Greetings, ladies and reptiles. This is Japeron of the AlloClaw Productions, and today I'm going to be talking about a little bit of a controversy that's been going on around, and I've got to say, it's a pretty big one, and I mean, it may not be the biggest controversy of this year, but it's a pretty big controversy. It regards the Stomping Land's release date. Now, when I first heard about the release date, I was a little skeptical, and I'm pretty sure many people were skeptical that the release date was going to be on the 14th of March this year, and I just don't know. It was a questionable release date for the game because someone out of nowhere randomly said that that it was on the Kickstarter page that it was going to be released in March, but in actual fact, I looked on the page myself and I didn't see any information regarding the release date of the Stomping Land. They didn't say a word about it. Now, what Jig, the developer of the game, did say on the Stomping Land forums is that he would be doing an update on the 17th, which is not too long from now. It's about like a few days. It's about next week to be exact. Now here's the thing. That there are a lot of discussions regarding today's supposed release of the Stomping Land. Now I read this one that says today is the day. That's the title of this discussion. Quite a lot of people believe the game is coming out today. Personally, I hope they're right. But is it actually coming out today? I would be so happy if it did. Now, this is just a personal thing someone said, and I mean, well, at the end of that, really. But a lot of people have been saying a lot of things regarding that. And now, there was this other discussion. Just let me go back to the discussion page. Where is it? Today is the day my something. I'm not gonna say it. But basically, someone ranted about the release date of the game for some apparent reason, and said that it was just for those who supported the game on Kickstarter. Now none of us know if this is true or not because Jig didn't say a word. I mean, he didn't say a word about that. But what he did say was, well, what I said before, that there will be an update on the 17th. And this is on the forums. So you may want to stay on the forums just to keep up. I will leave the link in the description. Now I also replied to this discussion saying, guys, there's no need for this kind of controversy. Besides, the game isn't coming in a while. It'll give the devs time to polish the game and make it better. If the game were to come out in this state, there would be some angry reviews or soul-crushing critiques regardless if it was early access. Now, some guy replied to me 3 times, which he didn't need to, that there will be an update on March, blah, 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 blah. That might also be the release date. But nobody knows. Nobody knows anymore when the game's coming out. All we know is that it's coming out soon. And the big update, I'm pretty sure that on the big update that Jig will say when the game is gonna come out. So this might be on a live stream, might be on the forums, who knows, might even be on the Steam forums, who knows. All I know is, well, what pretty much everyone else knows is that the game might come out soon. All we know is that we might not know when the game will come out. So, I mean, and it's a pretty good looking game too. It's a dinosaur game, and I mean, well, it's a dinosaur game, and it's been polished since the prototype that was shown in the Kickstarter page. And the Kickstarter was successful, by the way, and and there's a lot of positive, well, I mean, not really feedback, but there's a lot of things going on about how the game's gonna look, or whether it's just gonna be crap or not, or whether, well, one that I'm assuming that Total Biscuit may critique it, or Angry Joe will review it, or anything like that. That's just stuff I'm assuming. So, but I do hope he gives it a good critique, and say that it's a good game. Well, that is if it's a good game. So far as I've heard, this is going to be a really good game when it comes out. People are going to play it. It's going to be a lot of fun because it's an open world survival game where you play as a tribe in the world of dinosaurs. And that is a really awesome idea. And Jig himself, the lead developer, well, there's 4 developers working on the game, by the way. 4 people. I don't know what to say about that, really. But other than the fact that Jig himself has worked on games such as, well, not himself, but he worked with people on a couple games such as Skyrim, Prime Defenders, and whatnot. I'm just not so sure if he's inspired by those games to make this game. I'm hoping that's not true, though. But he's making the game, and he's making the game The Stomping Land, and I've also noticed nobody has actually been saying the actual name of the game besides me in the discussion forums on Steam. And I'm guessing it's because sorry there. Excuse me. Where was I? The Stomping Lands. Now, I'm guessing that people don't really like the name The Stomping Land. Or now that is just about, well, my guess. I have no idea if people like that name or not, but it is the name of the game, The Stomping Land. So, and you're tiny people in the land where things are stomping around. And, well, that does make sense. And now I'm looking at a discussion with the title, Is It Gonna Come Out Today? I hope it is, / Now, at the very bottom, that it was just put 3 minutes ago, the official frequent asked questions states that the Kickstarter date is set for March 2014. Now, since it says Kickstarter date, that probably means a closed beta test for backers, or it may mean something else, like another Kickstarter for the game, so that way more people could pledge. So that way more people could pledge for the Kickstarter. And because this frequent asked question states that the Kickstarter date is set for March 2014, that probably means that Kickstarter date probably means it's going to be another Kickstarter campaign going for the game. But who knows? It may be the release date, it may be a closed beta, it may be an open beta, but who knows? Now, I personally want to play this game. I'm pretty sure thousands, even millions of people, I doubt millions of people would want to, I don't know, but I think millions of people would want to play this game nonetheless, even if they haven't heard about it. But let me look at some other forums to see if anything like beta on March 14th, 2014. People are still wondering about the release date now. I actually made the mistake of posting the real release date myself on the page, and there was a little bit of controversy as well, considering the fact that I actually thought the game was gonna be released on the 17th, and that is the release date of the update to, well, anything about the game, really. So the whole point to this, to clarify this up, is we should not be complaining about the game being released at any time, at any point. We should not be complaining that the game is not being released on the 14th of March 2014. So it may not be an official release date, but hey, since it's not going to be coming out anytime soon, that gives the developers time to polish the game and make it better. Because if it came out, because believe me, if it came out at this state, it would have to be early access, and I'm pretty sure it's still going to be early access when it comes out. But if it came out at this point, people would probably start reviewing it non-stop. Like, this game sucks, this game is terrible, this game is crap, this game is nothing. And they would probably like do what Angry Joe does, is like, the final verdict is a 1 out of 10, it's a 2 out of 10, it's a 3 out of 10, it's a 4 out of 10, it's a 10 out of 10. The crap like that. So, I mean, now here's the thing. I don't think scores for games anyway don't really matter, because scores for games kind of put people down in a way. Like, for example, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate got an 8 out of 10 by most people, including Game Informer and Pro Jared. But, I mean, because the 8 out of 10 is kind of misleading, because people would rather just play games that are a 9 or a 10 out of 10. So, and most people think that an 8 out of 10 is like a suck rating. And I don't believe that. I actually think that's a good rating for a game like that. And for the Stomping Land, if it comes out, and if it is as good as people are saying it is, and that I hope it is, I'm probably going to give it a 10 out of 10, but this isn't the kind of thing I do. I don't do reviews for games. Let the review people and critique people do that. So what I would do is just play a game, do a glitch hunt series on it, find glitches, and have fun with it. That's pretty much what I would do. But regardless of the glitches or anything, I mean, the game's gonna have glitches anyway when it comes out. Just not so sure if Jig is gonna fix those glitches, which I'm pretty sure he will. And it's not just him; it's 3 other developers. But let's be honest, guys. The game's not gonna come out today. And by the time you're watching this, it may not be the 14th. But if you look at the description below, it says that I have posted this video on the 14th of March 2014. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. So like the video and subscribe if you want to see me do some gaming and films. But films is something I delay most of the time, because I want to do them, but I just need the time to, and besides I need a better camera, because the one I have isn't compatible with my shotgun microphone set. So like I said before, blah blah blah, repeated again. That's pretty much all. If you enjoyed, well, I don't think anyone's gonna enjoy, but hit the like button if you did anyway. So, because the people need to know that games, that they cannot complain over games that haven't been released. I mean, think about this. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate or Earth Defense Force 2025 weren't released in a day. They weren't made in a day, and besides, those 2 games were first released in Japan, and then years later released in the U.S. So yeah, but that's beside the point. The point is, the Stomping Land is not coming out in a while, which will give the developers time to polish the game and make it better than it already is. So yeah, alright. That's all I have to say. See ya. I hope I don't make another puzzle-solving video like this. Actually, no, problem-solving video like this. No promises. I don't make... That's another thing. I don't make promises. Alright, goodbye.